Alright, so let's talk about DCeased. And I want to start with this because this is the Green Canary character with the Green Lantern power ring, and this is easily the coolest model I've seen so far. Hands down, this is my favorite. Canary is not a character you could pay me to care about under most circumstances. This, however, this is cool. This is a cool idea. Huge fan. So I thought it'd be important if we take a look and see what DCeased has looked like elsewhere. And while I understand that this is a different game, except for Superman, which is just barely passable, these things are hideous. And it's important to remember that because the company that made these does more miniatures for superheroes than CMON does, but CMON gave us these. Now, that's a pretty stark contrast. I mean, that looks better, except for Martian Manhunter. I don't know what it is about the Martian Manhunter's model, but I hate it so much. I hope it's just when I see it in person it'd be better, but I hate it so much. And I love the other ones so much. I love Green Lantern popping out. I love Hawkman doing his whole stalky business of Catwoman being all menacing. Superman without an arm makes me happy just because I'm not a Superman fan. But just Martian Manhunter, man, it's not for me. But I even want to talk about these. Like, these are some sexy horde zombies. Like, they are. I've seen some basic troopers in some games that are so tedious to paint. Like, I like the shield troopers, they look solid, but they are such a nightmare to paint. I hate painting them. I've painted so many, I have so many left to paint, I hate them so much. But these LexCorp guys have just the right amount of armor to, like, tactical gear that I like it. It's solid. It's solid. And I don't think I'm going to hate it as much. The shock troopers, the heavy drew, they all look good. They all look good. This all looks fine. My hope is that because we're seeing this and the LexCorp is so heavily implied everywhere that we're going to see troopers that are in other settings. Like, I want to see Gotham. I want to see Atlantic, like other settings from the major settings in DC so that we can have some variations. Like LexCorp troopers kind of consist of your core. You still got room for Berserkers, you got room for Toxics, you got room for Skinners, you got lots and lots of room to play around. Lots of places to go. I think this is a good start. Why they released that trailer before this Kickstarter campaign started, I will never understand. They deflated my interest so much with it because it was a cool trailer, but it didn't have Galactus and it didn't have a whole second box. So telling us about the trailer early, it was such a disservice. Having said that, it is a fantastic trailer. Whoever it is that makes their trailers is on point, my guy. He or she, whoever they are, they do a fantastic job. I wish I knew who they were so I could credit them, but I don't, and I don't intend to learn it for this video. Let's talk about this. So, they always release the rulebook for all these games. It's always, like, free and on the Kickstarter to try if you want to go through and putz around with it. These Dark Knight metal crossovers, because all this stuff looks like it'll play just fine if you were to plug it into Marvel Zombies and go. I was so disappointed by not being able to play the Batman Who Laughs and Zombicide. And Cyber Batman, I don't know which one he is. He's the 99 or 94 or whatever. He is so broken and so much fun to play. I absolutely adore him, and I love them as abominations, but they didn't let me play the one that I wanted to play the most, and I've been real cross about it. But now you can, and they did us one better. If you didn't know, you can click this. This is an actual link, and it takes you to this. They are letting you print and play the Dark Knight crossovers. This is such a good sign that CMON is learning and listening. I was in the group of people who paid full price for their Marvel game and was very cross when I found out they were doing Agent Coulson and Wong, and we just didn't get them. Like, I supported you. I was one of the people that was like, hey, the shipping is what it is. You can't go back on a deal. You don't make a deal with China's shipping and then go back and ask them to lower it later because the shipping prices went down. That is not how that works. And, you're dealing with Disney. You don't have time to trying to renegotiate things that you don't have a right to renegotiate. But to do this when they didn't have to is such a cool thing to do. And I am confident these guys will plug and play right into Marvel Zombies. I hope to be running the Batman Who Laughs in a Marvel Zombie game before the weekend's out. This is giving me a lot of hope. So out the gate, this may not have been the most intense reveal I've ever experienced, but this was really solid, and I think that we're on path to have a really solid Kickstarter. At the time I'm recording this, there was already over 100 people supporting this thing. This thing's going to go through the roof. I don't know if it's going to reach the same heights that the Marvel one did, but I am confident it's going to do well. So, depending on if anybody even likes these, we may make some more about them as the thing comes out. Take a look out for our first reaction video, scrolling through the Kickstarter campaign because the trailer's already launched. Thank you and have a great day.